Students, in last lecture we started a chapter AC generator, and in this chapter we learn AC generator and AC circuits, simple AC circuits, even you can say resistive AC circuit, inductive AC circuit and capacitive AC circuit. Simple AC circuits and how the EMF and current is related in these circuits. In today's lecture we'll learn LCR circuit diagram, inductance, capacitance and resistance are connected in series across a source of AC or AC generator. I repeat, inductance, capacitance and resistance are connected in series with the AC generator. Explanation is resistance, inductance and capacitance are connected in series with the source of EMF. We know that the current passes through inductance and capacitance and resistance will be same, and it is I is equal to I naught sine omega t. Then we know that once the current is through these components, the flux is changes and EMF is induced. In AC circuits, EMF will write with the equations. Across the resistance, EMF is IR. It is like the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. Same way, EMF across the inductance is I into XL. XL is the inductive reactance. Here is the resistance, inductive reactance, and across the capacitance, EMF is IXC. XC is the capacitive reactance, means opposition to the flow of the current. In inductance is inductive reactance and opposition to the flow in the capacitance is the capacitive reactance. Now phasor diagram, we know that in resistive circuit current and the EMF is in the phase, it is along x-axis. In inductance, the current is leading by pi by 2 with respect to the EMF, it is along OB. And in capacitance, the current is leading by pi by 2. In inductance, the current is lagging by pi by 2, EMF along OB, and current is along x-axis. And here in capacitance, the EMF is lagging by pi by 2. Therefore, EC, that is EMF across capacitance along this axis, and the current is this. Now this is the description, just I explain over here. Here uh, EMF across the inductance is more as compared to the EMF across the capacitance. Therefore, this part, that is OB, is EL minus EC. If we complete the parallelogram, phi is the angle made by E naught. E naught is the peak EMF or the maximum EMF generated in the series LCR circuit, or the resultant EMF in LCR circuit is E naught, and it is denoted by the vector OK. This vector rotate in anti-clockwise direction in the phasor diagram. So using this phasor diagram, we will explain how there is the uh, current and EMF relate in LCR circuit. So we'll start. Just I said this EMF across the inductance is greater than the EMF across the capacitance. Now OA and OB are the vectors, and diagonal is OK. Here OB and AK will be same, that is EL minus EC is here. Then in this triangle, use Pythagoras. OK square is equal to OA square plus AK square, and AK is equal to OB, therefore here OB square, square root of OA square plus OB square. Now OA square is ER, EMF across resistance, and the peak current in the phase across the resistance. Therefore we'll write ER square here, and OB square, just I said, EMF across inductance is more as compared to the EMF across the capacitance. Therefore EL minus EC is AK, or you can say OB. Therefore here uh, EL minus EC bracket square. Now using the values of this ER, EL and EC from here, and we'll get square root of I naught R bracket square plus I naught XL minus I naught XC bracket raised to square, using the values of ER, EL and EC. What is ER? ER is EMF across the resistance, EL is the EMF across inductance, and EC is the EMF across the capacitance. Students, current through this three component is same, that is I naught sine of omega t, but EMF generated across the inductance and capacitance and resistance is depends on the quantity of the inductance, capacitance and the resistance, means the values of inductance, capacitance and resistance. But definitely in simple AC circuits we studied that uh, in inductance EMF is leading by pi by 2 with respect to current, and in capacitance the EMF is lagging by pi by 2 with respect to current. Uh, by using this we will uh, explain how there is the current relate in this circuit, that is LCR circuit. So I naught I square, here I naught and square root R square plus XL minus XC. XL is the opposition to the flow of AC current across the inductance, that is inductive reactance, and opposition to the flow across the capacitance is the capacitive reactance, it is XC. Now this I naught to this side, this becomes E naught by I naught. Peak or the maximum value of EMF across LCR circuit, and the maximum value of the current in LCR circuit. The ratio of this is square root of R square plus XL minus XC bracket square. Now instead of this square root of R square plus XL minus XC bracket square, we'll write Z. And if we compare this with the equation V by I is equal to R, here in this Ohm's law, R is the resistance opposition to the flow of the current, and if we compare this equation with this, definitely Z is the opposition to the flow of the current in series LCR circuit. That is, three components are there in the series, and combined opposition to the flow of the current in AC circuit, it we denote with Z, and Z is known as the impedance. The quantity uh, square root R square plus XL minus XC bracket square is not over here. It is the impedance, and effective opposition offered by the LCR circuit to the flow of AC current is called impedance. This is the what is impedance, or definition of impedance, you can say. It is denoted by Z. Opposition to the flow of the current in LCR circuit is the impedance. Opposition to the flow of the current by inductance is inductive reactance, and opposition to the flow of current by capacitance is the capacitive reactance. So reciprocal of the impedance of an AC circuit is the admittance, and SI unit is 1 by ohm or Siemens. This is about the series LCR circuit, and the impedance, that is the opposition to the flow of the current in series LCR circuit. Now the next topic is LC oscillator. Here inductance and capacitance is connected in series with each other. We'll explain the LC oscillator, what is the LC oscillator, and then stepwise diagrams are there in this topic. By these diagrams you will learn how the oscillation of the charges is there across the inductance and capacitance. Okay, now inductance and the capacitance are connected in series, and uh, across the uh, inductance the electric energy is there, and across the capacitor, across the inductor, magnetic field is generated. We just studied that how the energy is stored in inductance, that we already studied in the previous chapter. And here in electrostatics we learn that how the energy stored in the capacitor. By using this we'll explain the LC oscillator. uh, Capacitor is connected to inductors, both are in series. Capacitor is fully charged, therefore the charge is transferred to the inductor and current flows through the inductor. We know that once the current is there through the inductance coil, the flux is changes and EMF is induced. This induced uh, EMF means this circuit is works like self inductance, and we know that EMF generated in the inductance is opposite to the change in flux. Due to this, the work is done and energy is stored. this energy is stored in the form of magnetic field. Already we studied this mechanism in the previous chapter, electromagnetic induction. Here we have to keep it in our mind. There is no source of electricity is in this circuit. Only inductance and capacitance are connected in series with each other. Definitely capacitor is fully charged, and this charge is passes to the inductor, and flux is changes and current is induced. Flux changes, and there is the work done. This change in flux is opposed by the EMF induced in the inductor. This happens because the charges passes through the inductance by capacitance. Then uh, the next is definitely when charge is passes from capacitor to inductance, the capacitor fully discharged, and energy of capacitor, definitely it is the electrostatic energy, it reduces or it decreases, and inductance is charges. The energy in inductance is the magnetic field. Flux is linked with the inductor. Once again we have to keep it in mind what the electrostatic energy is converted in magnetic magnetostatic energy, or you can say magnetic field. How this happens? The charge from capacitor, it moves to the inductor. uh, Magnetic energy is goes on increases across the inductance, and the electrostatic energy from the capacitor is goes on decreases. Now capacitor is fully decreases, and the inductors is fully charged. uh, Now the next step is the charge is start to flow from inductance to the capacitance, but in opposite direction. When inductance is charging, the charge or the current is in clockwise direction, but when the charge is from inductance to capacitance, it moves in anti-clockwise direction. So definitely the charges from the inductance, it moves to the capacitor, it develops or it store on the plates of the condenser. Potential of the condenser is goes on increases, and the charging of the capacitor is start. Definitely the magnetic field or magnetic energy is start to convert in the electrostatic energy. So this happens across the inductance and capacitance. This process of charging and discharging of the capacitor and inductance is goes on, and electrostatic energy is converted into magnetic field energy, and magnetic field energy is converted into electrostatic energy. This happens because of the oscillation of the charges across the inductance and the capacitance in the LC circuit. Because of this oscillations, our topic is LC oscillations, and this oscillations is there in the LC circuit. Hence this LC circuit is known as the LC oscillator. Now this is in theoretical form I discussed everything. Same thing we'll discuss by the diagrams. First diagram is capacitor is fully charged. See, the charge is reside on the plates of the condenser, and this charge will start to move in this direction to the inductance. Okay, when charge is passes through the inductance, the flux is changes, EMF is induced. This EMF will be back EMF. This circuit is like the uh, self inductive circuit. Instead of the source of electricity, charge is from capacitor to the inductance. Now uh, electrostatic energy from the capacitor, it moves to the inductance, or inductance is fully charged, and the magnetic field energy will be here across the inductance. And this energy, electrostatic energy, will show with this equation. Even we already studied in the previous chapter, that is electromagnetic induction. Now the next diagram is charging of the inductance, and charges or the current is in clockwise direction across the inductance. Magnetic field is goes on increases, and it electrostatic energy uh, stored in the form of magnetic field energy. uh, this already I explained over here. This magnetic energy is half L I square. How this is the equation? Even it is studied in the electromagnetic induction. uh, Electrostatic energy is this, and magnetic field energy is with this equation. Now inductance is fully charged and capacitor is fully discharged in this diagram. So electrostatic energy, potential across the capacitor becomes zero. So electrostatic energy totally converted into magnetic field energy. Then uh, I said the charges is start to move from inductance to capacitance. These charges will be moved in this direction to the capacitor, and it reside on the plates of the condenser. Potential of the condenser is goes on increases, and the electrostatic energy is start to store in the capacitor. At the same time, the magnetic field energy will decrease because of the charge moves from inductance to capacitance, and this explained in over here. And next diagram is the inductance is fully discharged and capacitor is fully uh, charged. Because of the charges moves from inductance to capacitance, definitely we can say the magnetic field energy of the inductance is becomes zero, because no charges there across the inductance, and the energy is stored across the capacitor, and this energy is electrostatic energy. Definitely you go through the first diagram and the last diagram. Here the charges are here positive charges on this plate, here negative charges. So charging of the capacitor in opposite direction means charge will be reside in, or the polarity will be changed on the plates of the capacitor. From this we can conclude that the charges will be move in opposite direction. So this is about the oscillation of the charges across the inductance and the capacitance. Very simple article, important article. Then the next uh, topic is electric resonance. Resonance we already studied in uh, the chapter oscillations. Resonance is the phenomenon, and uh, this phenomenon we are going to learn in the general physics. Even in electric circuit there is the resonance. Okay. So in electric circuit, the resonance we are going to learn in two different parts. One is uh, LCR series circuit, resonance is there, and second is the inductance and capacitance in parallel. So parallel LCR circuit, uh, there is the resonance. What is exact resonance in electric circuits? System, and we know the oscillation of the charges are there. When this system is oscillate with a particular frequency, that frequency is known as the natural frequency. But when energy is driven from the source, frequency of the source is there uh, with this energy, and because of the frequency of the source, the frequency of the system is changed, and forced frequency, or from the source the frequency is there, system oscillate, or systems frequency is goes on increases, and it becomes equal to the frequency of the source. When these frequencies becomes equal, the amplitude of the system is becomes maximum, and this is known as the resonance in the electric circuit. So briefly we'll learn with the series and the parallel LCR circuit. Series resonance, again the same diagram. Inductance, capacitance and resistance is connected across the AC generator. It is in series. Current is in this direction, passes through the LCR circuit. We know the current is same across the uh, inductance, capacitance and uh, resistance. It is I naught sine of omega t. uh, Here again it is the series combination. Z is the impedance we just studied in LCR circuit. This impedance will write with the equation, that is square root of r square plus this is xl minus this is xc bracket raised to square. Only the values of xl is the inductive reactance and it is equal to omega L, and xc is the capacitive reactance and it is equal to 1 by omega c. This already we studied in the previous chapter. Uh, so according to inductive reactance and capacitive reactance, we'll write the equation for the impedance. Uh, Now at low frequency, inductance is XL is equal to omega L. We know that XL is the um, inductive reactance and it is in direct proportion with the frequency of the source and the uh, value of inductance. We already studied this. Now capacitive reactance is Xc is equal to 1 by omega c, and it is very high at a low frequency. uh, Inductance is low, and capacitance is capacitive reactance is very high at low frequency. Definitely when frequency of AC generator is increases, the inductive reactance is increases and the capacitive reactance is decreases. I repeat, uh, here is the AC generator and the frequency of AC generator is increases. The opposition to the flow of the current across the inductance is goes on increases, and opposition to the flow of the current across the capacitance will be goes on decreases. At the particular frequency of the source, that is AC generator, the inductive reactance and capacitive reactance becomes equal, because the inductive reactance is goes on increases, and the capacitive reactance is goes on decreases. At the particular frequency of this AC generator, this inductive reactance and capacitive reactance will becomes equal. Omega r is the angular frequency of the coil rotating in the magnetic field. AC generator is the coil in the magnetic field and we are changing its frequency. Therefore, at the particular angular frequency, this becomes equal. By rearranging the equation, we'll write uh, omega r square is equal to 1 by LC. L is the inductance, C is the uh, capacitance or capacitor, capacity of the capacitance. Now we know that omega is 2 pi f, so we'll write 2 pi f r bracket raised to 2 is equal to 1 by LC. Fr is the resonating frequency, means at the frequency inductive reactance and capacitive reactance becomes equal. Uh, so our equation becomes 2 pi Fr is equal to 1 by square root LC. Again, we'll write Fr is equal to 2 pi. This pi must be over here. It is the mistake in our book. You rectify the mistake. 2 pi root LC. This is the frequency of the AC generator at which the inductive reactance and the capacitive reactance both are equal. Then the resonating frequency, this is the resonating frequency, and at this resonating frequency inductive reactance and capacitive reactance is equal. If these two are equal, then here in this equation uh, bracket becomes 0. If it is equal, value of the inductive reactance and the capacitive reactance is same, then uh, uh, this bracket becomes 0. Definitely Z becomes equal to R. It means that the impedance of the LCR circuit, it becomes equal to the opposition to the flow of the current across the resistance or resistive AC circuit. So resistance or opposition to the flow of the current in LCR circuit is minimized, means it decreases. Definitely, if the opposition to the flow of the current in LCR circuit is decreases, the current becomes maximum. This condition in LCR circuit is called the resonance condition. Remember, here the impedance is becomes equal to resistance, means the effective resistance across the LCR circuit is minimized, means it becomes equal to the resistance in the circuit. It is a negligible resistance in the AC circuit. If the resistance is decreases, the current becomes maximum. This condition in LCR circuit is called the resonance. So here by this equation, E naught by Z is equal to I naught is equal to R, because Z is equal to R, and value of the impedance or the resistance is low, then current will be increases because it is in inverse proportion. So current becomes maximum in the LCR circuit. This you can explain with this graph. If we plot the graph across the current in LCR circuit, maximum current in LCR circuit, and the frequency of the AC generator is goes on increases. At the particular frequency, the current becomes maximum. So maximum current is there in the LCR circuit. Definitely at this frequency, the effective resistance of the LCR circuit becomes minimum and current becomes maximum. This condition is the resonance in the LCR circuit. This LCR circuit is used in tuning of the radio and TV receivers. A brief discussion will be there, but this part is not included in our syllabus. Only the example or use of this LCR circuit in the tuning circuit uh, to tune the radio and TV. We are using this LCR circuit. Uh, so this is the series resonance, and one more article is there, parallel resonance. No need to explain it briefly, but the diagram for this parallel resonance is inductance and the capacitance is connected parallel across the AC generator. Definitely the current through this inductance and capacitance will be different. Okay, so circuit inductance and capacitance is across the uh, source of EMF. It is the parallel combination. EMF across inductance and capacitance will be same, but current will be different. It is depends on the value of inductance and the capacitance. So we know that in inductance the current is lagging with applied EMF by pi by 2. Phase difference is there between the EMF and the induced current. uh, it is lagging by pi by 2 and the equation is E naught by XL sine of omega t minus pi by 2. Already we studied this equation in our previous chapter. uh, Electromagnetic induction and AC circuit, actually these are the part of the same mechanism. So my request to you all, you just learn electromagnetic induction first and then you uh, uh, try to learn this AC circuit. Both are the same. It is the part of the same mechanism. So here current across inductance will write with E naught by XL sine of omega t minus pi by 2. Actually XL is equal to E naught by current across the resistance, current across the inductance. But we have to record, or we have to mention the equation for the current. So by rearranging the terms, we'll write the equation for current. Now same way we'll write the equation for the current across the capacitance, and we know that the applied EMF and the current is leading by pi by 2 across the capacitor. I repeat, current is leading by pi by 2 with respect to EMF across capacitor, and across the inductance current is lagging by pi by 2 with respect to EMF across the inductance. And in the simple AC circuits we discuss these all things by using the phasor diagrams. So you try to understand this whole chapter. So definitely the equation for the current across the capacitance is E naught by Xc sine of omega t plus pi by 2. Now current, total current across the LC circuit or the parallel resonance circuit will be IC plus IL. So according to the equation, we'll write I L is E naught by XL sine of omega t minus pi by 2 plus E naught by Xc sine of omega t plus pi by 2. Addition, common is E naught. Here sine omega t minus pi by 2 is minus cos of omega t, and this cos of omega t. Now cos omega t is common, E naught is common, only the minus sign. So we'll write the equation. E naught is common, cos omega t is common. This minus 1 by XL is here, and 1 by XC is plus is here. So our equation becomes E naught cos of omega t bracket 1 by XC minus 1 by XL, that is capacitive reactance and the inductive reactance. If we use the values of capacitive reactance over here in this equation, it is 1 by omega c. So in next step we'll write omega c over here. Remember, Xc is 1 by omega C. So 1 by omega C will be in numerator. So this becomes omega C, and 1 by omega L. XL is equal to omega L. So write 1 by omega L. Again, the equation for the current uh, is I is equal to E naught cos of omega t bracket omega c minus 1 by omega L. Again, in this uh, parallel AC circuit, at the particular frequency of AC generator, this bracket becomes equal to 0. Omega C, this becomes equal to 1 by omega L, that is XC is equal to XL as the particular uh, frequency of AC generator. So when current is minimum, this becomes equal to 0, and omega square, again the same equation. This is the equation for the resonance frequency. Already we studied this part in the previous topic. No need to explain uh, this mathematical terms. Frequency at which the resonance is across the parallel LC circuit. Actually, uh, resonating frequency in parallel resonance circuit at minimum current, or the current becomes minimum because impedance is maximum. Impedance of the circuit becomes maximum, and the value of the current is becomes minimum, or the low current is passes through this LC circuit. How the impedance is maximum across the LC circuit? Because here uh, the at the particular frequency, the inductive reactance and capacitive reactance becomes equal. So in parallel resonance circuit, the impedance becomes maximum and the value of the current is becomes minimum. In LCR circuit, the impedance becomes minimum and the maximum current is there in the circuit. So use of this parallel resonance circuit is there in wireless transmission. Wireless transmission means TV, mobile transmission, radio communication. In filter circuit, this parallel LC circuit is used. This is the rejector circuit. It reject the current in the tuning circuit. So this is the parallel LC circuit, parallel resonance circuit. Some characteristics are there of this parallel resonance circuit. Resonance will be occur at when capacitive reactance and inductive reactance becomes equal. Resonance frequency is Fr is equal to 1 by 2 pi root LC. Pi must be over here. It is 2 pi R is equal to 1 by root LC. But in our book, the mistake is there. And third is the impedance is maximum in the parallel LC circuit, hence the current is minimum. And the last one is the explanation of this graph. In parallel resonance circuit, if we plot current across the frequency, at the frequency, particular frequency of AC generator, the impedance becomes maximum and the current is minimum. Because of this, the current is not passes through the circuit, it is rejected. All the currents are rejected across the parallel LC circuit, hence this circuit is known as the rejector circuit. So these are the characteristics of the parallel resonance circuit. Even the same characteristics we can uh, explain for the series LCR circuit or series resonance circuit. So this is about the topic which is included in the AC circuit. Students remember uh, electromagnetic induction and AC circuit. These are the same topics. These are depends on the same mechanism. We have to learn first electromagnetic induction, and then you have to learn this AC circuit. Both the chapters are a little bit complicated, but if you know the mechanism of the articles, then you can simplify these topics in better way. So we'll stop here. We complete the chapter AC generator uh, uh, in this session. In the next session, we'll go with the numericals of this chapter. That is AC generator. Thank you.